Delilah goes through John's nightstand and finds Eddie necklace. She fears he knew about the affair, but Eddie doesn't think that's necessarily the case. Eddie still has John's voicemail on his phone. He still can't bring himself to listen to it. Rome is feeling restless, so he goes on a walk to Jen's office. He thinks about jumping off just like John, but he stops himself. Rome is clearly still struggling, and being so close to John's death can't be easy. The gang, including Maggie, shows up at Delilah and John's place for breakfast. Ashley shows up with John's coffee. Gary is close to Jen's son, Danny. Gary is extremely easy to talk to. Delilah soon realizes that Sophie has a father-daughter dance recital in just a few hours. Eddie, Rome, and Gary vow to be a band of dads. Sophie still wants to dance and asks Eddie to be her partner. He says yes, but it's a very awkward situation for him and Delilah. Maggie and Gary are out and about when a guy she knows shows up out of nowhere. Maggie awkward tells Gary she'll see him later. Her friend, Tom, is worried about her since she left Chicago so dramatically. "I don't know if I can be who you want me to be," she says. He just wants her to live. "I'm happier than I've ever been," Maggie tells him now that she's left the old her behind. She doesn't think cancer is the worst thing that's ever happened to her. At John's office, Ashley reads over the note he left in the folder with Delilah's name on it. She pulls out an Orchard Circle life insurance policy that lists Eddie, Rome, Gary, and a woman named Barbara Morgan as the primary beneficiaries. Delilah and John's kids try to work through their grief as best they can. Sophie is understandably devastated. She thinks her dad forgot about her as he was making all of these plans. Danny asks Gary whether or not he thinks his dad killed himself because he knew certain things about him. Gary comforts little Danny and calms his fears. Before the dance, Eddie says that he can't dance with Sophie. "I just can't be John right now," he says. Rome steps up and dances with Sophie. It's freaking adorable. She realizes that her dad did have a plan, and that was to have Rome dance with her. As Rome and Sophie dance together, Eddie looks on. He finally listens to John's voicemail. Before he jumped off his balcony, he told Eddie, "Hey, it's John. I was hoping to speak to you and not just leave a message, but I just need you to do me a favor, love each other."